Hey guys, how's it going? You probably recognized and realized that this is a set change again. I think it was just a few videos we actually did a studio set change, but I thought I should spruce it up again and show you what I've done. Now there's good reason why I've done this, and I'm also using the wider angle kit lens today just to show you that, you know, what I'm working with here. Typically I like to have it closer up just because I like that closer shot, and I'm also prefer to have lower f-stops as well, but that doesn't matter. That's not what today's about. Now I've actually got quite a small room. It's 3.2 by 2.7 meters, so almost, you know, I could almost touch both walls with my hands. So it's not that big at all, and with this room it's very hard to record. I've always wanted a setup that I could keep a set, or you know, my camera set up that the whole time and have a steady place to put my stuff, and I just turn the camera on, basically take that off, turn the camera on, and I'm good to go. So in the previous iterations I have not been successful. I also wanted something that could cater for top-down shooting, so if you have noticed, you've got a little bar there. Now that bar is there, it's not a permanent thing, but you know, I set it up previously, so I'm just using it at the moment. I'm sure there's a better spot to put it, but it's not in the way, so I'm happy to put it there. Now the past setups, I had several setups. So the first setup was I wanted my desk in the middle of the room, so I could put a tripod behind my desk and have this camera set up, and I could do my streams and also have lighting and all that stuff. But unfortunately I was very limited with, you know, a lot of my room. I had no room behind me, and I was unable to have anything but a plain back wall. So that didn't really fit in my aesthetic of wanting, you know, practical stuff in the way. And also I've got a lot of stuff to put. As you can see behind me, there's a lot of stuff that I need to put somewhere, so the first setup didn't allow me to put anything anywhere except for in those shelves. I then changed that to a side setup where I put my desk along the wall, and that basically allowed me to buy these metal desks from Bunnings. I think they're worldwide renowned. They're just like those cheap $40 ones. But I'll put a link in the description as well. I'm sure you can find them at your local hardware store if you want them. What this meant is I could actually have all my stuff in here, which was great. But unfortunately I wasn't, then again I had a very skinny and minimized working area. And when I set the camera up, I couldn't have the camera up in a permanent position. And the other issue is I had a very narrow skinny workspace to work with, so a lot of the stuff was in shot and it didn't look nice. I tried to move these shelves around as like a mobile tabletop, but I started needing them for space and to put stuff on, so that option quickly ran out. So here is the third setup. Now, as you can see behind me, I've got my desk in the wall against my ivy wall. I have moved the desk behind me, so I have some nice decor. So I'm just looking on my monitor right now. You can see that there's a utility shelf in front of me. I've also got on the left of here, I've got my 3D printer, and I've also got this shelf here, and that's more or less there to put stuff when I just need to quickly put stuff. So for example, I did a previous video on the Keycon K4 review, so that lives there for now. With this third setup, I knew that I could actually optimize my space. I actually have more of a square space to work with as opposed to a skinny rectangle. And I asked my friend Ramal what he was doing. He said that his room's in a very similar size. I think he said it was 3.3 by 3 meters or something like that. So it's not that much bigger. But what he did suggest is that I put a second desk in and put it in I guess on a bit of an angle. And what that means is I can have the camera set up in the corner of the room, whilst also having all this area behind me, as a prop zone. And as you can see, the depth of the field, look how far back that goes. It goes really far back. I think I'll crop my head out for this, but it goes really far back. I'm now able to have my tripod always set up, my lighting always set up, this desk always set up, and I can basically turn the camera on and start talking, which has always been I guess a passion of mine. So I'm very happy about that. Ramal, thank you so much for going through that with me. You're a lifesaver. We spent a few days going through that and trying to figure out the best solution, and you know, I really appreciate you helping me out. I think set design and designing a studio is kind of a journey. It's not like a one-stop shop. So I definitely think I have a lot to go, and lots of ways to improve this. I've actually got a lot of utility things I've set up now with this set that allows me to obfuscate a lot of this stuff without people knowing, so it's quite fun. I'll show you a little hint. So excuse me whilst I do this. So like I said, camera setup, whiteboard there, light, little key light right in front of me. I've got this big monitor. I've used it as a spare one, so why not chuck it on? And this is where the fun begins. So I've actually got a hair light that I can stick up. As you can see, this microphone is actually just extended on this. The reason why I haven't actually attached to this desk is got no, even on the back, it's very thick, so it's got no area to put it in. So I've had to resort to shelves, which works, but you know, it's not the best way. This thing is a mess. I need to go through this and actually clean it up. But once I close the door, it's out of sight, out of mind, so I just forget about it. Whilst I'm up, I've actually got a little bonus thing I want to show you guys. This is going to be a future video that I've set up and I've started recording as well, but I think it's more for the future, but I'll give you a little hint. Now, it's by no means finished, but check this out. Got some curtains, more curtains, and the 2 chairs with the mics. So, little podcast setup is going on. Unfortunately, in the background, we've got boxes and a bed and other stuff. This was a bedroom originally. I am intending to move it out and all that stuff. I've also got another bed frame I'm trying to sell on Marketplace. But that is what it is. The microphone, when we're talking on the microphone, having a chat, it'll look nice. Obviously, when the frame's all set up and looking good, it'll be all good. That won't be in the background. But yeah, the room's actually like pretty well sound treated with all these objects in here, these heavy objects, as well as those blankets, or not blankets, those curtains. I'm in a rental right now, so I haven't drilled anything in the wall, so you know, I've had to thought of a cool strategy to hold it up. The other thing is, I'm still contemplating whether I want to, get rid of the bed or just have it as a spare bed, but I've cheated and put the without any weights on there. I've just put and hid the light dome, had it aiming towards the roof, so that's kind of fun. That's a status update really for this video. I was just trying to show off my room and also say thank you to Ramon for helping me out. I wanted to acknowledge the fact that that room changed for a 3rd time. So yeah, and I'm pretty happy with it. I think so. It's able to increase my workflow. Now, the biggest thing with any room setup for me personally is workflow, and anything that hints workflow will definitely degrade my ability to make videos. If I'm not able to just quickly set up and have something ready to go, I'm more likely to do it. I'm working on perseverance and conscientiousness in general, but for stuff that there's something actually holding me to it except for myself, it's really hard to commit to it and go do stuff. So yeah, any reduction in resistance is a winner for me.